going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Crown Otaku. First things first, let's just get it out the way. This shirt is fire, right? Let's just pay respects. Yes, sir. Also, new season ain't coming out until 2028. WTF is up with that? That's not what we here for. So y'all already know I've been watching this joint on Amazon Prime called From Country Bumpkin to Sword Master. And dog, it's such a good show to me. It's like a very yeah, I would say it's still grounded. You're not getting like too much over the top. When it comes to the magic, maybe, but when it comes to the swordsmanship, it's very grounded in realism with their swordsmanship, using momentum, using your body's weight, using techniques, deflecting, redirecting. It's very realistic. But I'm on episode 5, and the problem was Master Barrel. He's such a good swordsman that he doesn't know how good he is, if that makes sense. He's super humble, and he believes in training the future, where all of his like disciples, more or less, everybody he's trained is risen to a spot of prominence where they're at in their life. But because he's so humble, he doesn't know just how good he actually is. So while because he's the new instructor for the Imperial Army. So while he's training everybody in his mind, he's like, okay, well, I gotta keep getting better. I can't let them beat me. I want to make sure I'm the best instructor I can be for everybody. When everybody's just in awe by how just pure skillful this man is when he wields a sword. And it's not even just his style of sword. He can teach all styles of swords. Like one of his students, all of his students, he trains them and then sends them on the way. Once he has nothing left to teach them, they go on their way. Pretty much everybody he's run into that's his student, he hasn't seen for like 10 plus years. One of his students uses dual blades. He's still training her on how to wield the dual blades more effectively. Another student who's using a short sword, he then tells you need to use a zwei handle, which is like a two-handed greatsword, more or less. And he's teaching her how to use the two-handed greatsword, the differences between the short sword, how she needs to make those adjustments. So the man, when it comes to a blade, is nice everywhere. And I like that they had a flashback where he took his students to fight another school so they can get some practical experience. This man's students dominated the dojo. And then himself dominated that dojo's master. But he's so humble, he'll always say, you know what, it's just because our style was a good match against theirs. If their style had something different, they could have completely outclassed us. The dude, again, he's just so humble that he can't acknowledge how nice he actually is. And that's good for the show. Currently, will it get on our nerves later? Maybe. I don't think it will, but right now it's a good thing. Episode 5, we're finally getting into like the meat and potatoes. I feel like 1 through 4 was the build-up. It's creating the story. It's getting you drawn into the world that is built up. Episode 5, we finally get to the meat and potatoes at the end. We realize there's an evil organization that are trying to do God's work. The whole episode, you meet you meet the commander of the magic tower a while ago, but she comes back and she tells this girl, like, resurrection magic doesn't exist. I should know. I've been training magic all my life and I'm really old. We don't know how old she is, but she's supposedly incredibly old. But at the end, we see there's some nefarious dude in the hood. And he's talking with what looks like a pope. And the pope is telling him, like, yes, we will create God's work. So they're trying to defy the natural order and actually bring black magic, I guess black magic could just be fire and ice. I would say the dark arts. They're trying to bring the darker arts here. We're talking reviving a corpse and making it move and have will of its own. They're trying to play God and defy the natural world's order. Now we got to stop that evil organization, but they're very thorough. The dude that they were using as a pawn, not only did they give him magical artifacts all around him, the magical artifacts, one allowed him to cast magic super quickly. We saw giant fireball, we saw giant ice block. The other one allowed him telekinesis, powerful telekinesis at that. So the people that were backing this dude, they ain't no joke. They got Skrilla, they got money to blow, they got that dough, they got that cheddar, that cha-ching, you hear me? But what's even more diabolical is they make sure they leave no loose ends. Because while all of his magical artifacts got taken, what the army didn't do, what they didn't seize, was the magical artifact that the ne'er-do-wells planted inside of his body. They activated that artifact, and it looks like, I could be wrong, it was a white screen, but it looks like they blew this man up from the inside out. Just boom, explosion. But yeah, the meat and potatoes is that evil organizations trying to go against God's will. Now, Master Barrow, he's a S tier swordsman. When it comes to the squabbles, I have no fear if it gets physical. But we've seen him struggle against magic users. He's never fought anybody with magic until he got to the Imperial City. So I don't know if he can find ways to work around magic quick enough. Against a novice magic user, sure, absolutely, he's gonna body them. But against an expert magic user, I think he may have trouble. He won't be able to get as close as he needs to for that sword to strike. Now, granted, the only time we've seen him fight an S tier magic user was the Magic Tower Commander, and she honestly completely outclassed him. But he was nice enough that he earned her respect. She was able to train and practice what she had been using with magic successfully. And he more or less, he never got close to landing a strike, but he was dodging them hoes. He was with the swiftness, you feel me? So I'm super excited because now we have an evil organization we can start to focus our attention on, start to hone in on. Master Barrow I don't even think he has a purpose. He's still just training his recruits and the army people. He's trying to build up that army power, strength, whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. But we can see the background characters starting to come to the foreground, and now we're going to get to the main plot. How are we going to save the capital is what I think it's going to come down to. But yeah, it's only 5 episodes in. It's still really building the world, which is crazy because usually I give animes like this 4 episodes to like envelop me, which this successfully did. But even here, we're at episode 5 and it's still world building, but it doesn't necessarily feel like world building. It just feels like we're going through daily experiences with Master Barrow, and honestly, that's not a bad thing. It's actually kind of cool because again, the dude is just so humble and chill. Like you don't mind spending your day with him. Because you know, like, when you spend your day with him, you're going to learn something. And if anybody tries something, he him. What are you worried about? He's him. But yeah, that's really all I got for y'all. Are y'all watching from Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman? Again, it's a super rare one. It's on Amazon Prime, and I know a lot of people don't be using Prime Video, so I'm not surprised if a lot of people aren't watching it. The only reason I stumbled across it, because my TV, I have like a Fire Stick TV, and it was on my recommended. It was like, recommended, start this. And I was like, well, you know what? I trust the Netflix algorithm. Why would I not trust the Prime algorithm? I started it as fire. But yeah, are y'all watching it? Comment down below how you think it is. I have heard the manga's way better than the anime. So after the anime, after this season is over, I do plan to go back and read the manga version to see how it differs. They say the action is way liver in the manga, which is hard for me to imagine. They say like Master Barrow, as good as Master Barrow is in the anime, they say he's way better in the manga. Like this man one-shotting people that in the anime he plays around with for a few like sparring sessions. He just one-shots them. But yeah. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. Uncrowned Kingdom. I've been your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. That's the fire that keeps the kingdom burning safe. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace, bros. Peace, 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 peace.